Kamusta mga ka-SoJ TV? Ako po si Janelle So at kayo po ay nanonood ng So Janelle. This is your go-to for stories of immigration and representation. And today is a celebration here on the show. In fact, double celebration as we celebrate the 15th anniversary of the Filipino American Symphony Orchestra and the 50th meaning golden anniversary of the Apo Hiking Society. They are a popular group in the Philippines na marami pong pinasikat na mga kanta. In fact, I know that some of those songs are parts or can be considered soundtrack of our lives, right? Ito po sila, kilalanin po natin.
Honestly, we've been retired for 10 years. We stopped performing already since 2010. And then something like this comes up, parang, hey, it might be nice to go out there and and see and watch this thing.
When this was getting more and more real, I said, well, maybe we really did some good music.
Are you telling me you need convincing? You guys are amazing.
Faso is telling us that, hey,
you did good music.
You have a legacy.
It was our 50th year. This is the first tribute of a 70-piece orchestra outside the Philippines.
Apo is a different kind of group. That's why we thought about this before our first time at Walt Disney Concert Hall. But COVID, everything stopped. And then too bad we missed Danny because this is supposed to happen in 2021, but there's no concert in 2021. And we didn't even know that 2020 is their 50th anniversary. So it's all, the timing is all perfect.
It is a huge honor and it is so exciting and I can't believe it. And I'm just really honored to be a part of this journey. And it's really exciting seeing Apo through the eyes of kids, bringing it to the students in the youth string ensemble, who will be performing one of Apo's songs. And I get to conduct it. So it's really so exciting.
And it's 70 people trying to play something I wrote in my head. So parang, okay, how did you engage with this song? Let's see.
This is once in a lifetime.
Yes.
Apo Hiking Society, Jim and Boboy, thank you so much for joining us on the show today.
A pleasure.
Thank you very much, Janelle. Nice to see you again.
Yes, because it's been what?
Something like 12 years, I think.
Okay. When I was 8 and you were mga 10, ganyan. Anyway, 50 years of Apo. Congratulations.
Wow. I just woke up one day and we realized it was 50 years. Parang it's just been, so pleasant.
Has it sunk in when you think about that? 50 years. What do you remember the most?
Oh, yeah, when we look ourselves in the mirror.
It sinks in.
This is 50 years white hair.
And in those 50 years, I'm sure there were standout moments. What would be, say, maybe top 3?
Carnegie Hall was one. We performed, first Filipinos to perform in Carnegie Hall. And I still remember playing that piano that had the picture of Paganini at the back and Liza Minnelli and Frank Sinatra. And I said, this is it, we're in the big time. Saudi Arabia.
Why is that?
We were the first also.
First Filipinos to perform in that kingdom. They don't even have shows in that kingdom.
We had a pop show. We had a pop concert in Jeddah.
Wow.
6 days, no? And all the girls were on one side, then there's a fence and all the guys are on the other side.
And instead of us going to the venue where the people are, we had a venue and the people were brought to us.
Wow.
Number 3 would be what? The 50th concert that we just had last week.
Yeah, that's
Truly memorable, yeah. I mean, people saw 50 years of our lives, And when they were watching, I'm sure our songs were the soundtrack of their lives. So it was like very touching for them. And as we remembered our 50 years, they remembered what happened during the 50 years. We probably wrote a song for people who just met each other, for people who went on a relationship, people who got married, people who got divorced, everything.
Even the barkada, even the groups.
Yes.
I remember it was the soundtrack of our high school days. Sana nga bang barkada?
Sana nga ba? Sana nga ba? Sana nga bang barkada ngayon?
But that's why you guys, it's not just songs. It's like, it's something that connects. It's stories, right? I feel like that's what it is. And that's why, that's what contributes to your longevity, right? Now, for your 50th year, you're also being given a tribute by no less than the Filipino American Symphony Orchestra, who are celebrating their 15th anniversary naman.
I thought they were just dyslexic, 15 or 51. I mean, like we're 50, they're on their 15th. But, that's close enough for us. And it's nice that they're doing this for us now. That's why we're here. It's an honor. It's an honor. So it's something that we felt we should attend that.
Yes. So how did you hear the news? The invitation?
I don't even check my Gmail anymore because, if anybody really wants to talk to me, they have Messenger, they have, all of these Facebook and all of that. So one day I said, maybe I should check my email.
Okay.
And I was checking, and all of a sudden, I see the name Jilly.
Okay.
I see her last name and I go, hey, this is a friend of mine. Maybe I should read this.
Okay. Wow.
And then, we are paying tribute to your music, etc., etc. And I said, oh, wow. So I wrote Boboy and our manager. I shared the thing. Sabi ko, wow, let's do this. And then we were Zooming already.
Right.
We were choosing the songs, and we were just getting to know each other. And then here we are, right now, being interviewed.
Yes, Apo in the house! Happy anniversary! 50 years! Blue jeans!
15 years ago, about the same month, around this time of the year, we held our first meeting, putting together the first Filipino Symphony Orchestra outside the Philippines. And this year, we're celebrating our 50th year anniversary. That's the orchestra we have. That's the dream. Around this time of the year, 50 years ago, a singing group from the Philippines is about to be disbanded. They did their farewell concert, not knowing that that will be the beginning of their next 50 years as a singing. That's the Apo Hiking Society.
So let's talk about that. In the last 50 years, what are your top 3 favorites? I know it's hard. They say it's like asking a parent to choose a favorite child.
Well, Panalangin, for example, is a perennial favorite.
Panalangin ko sa habang buhay, makapiling ka, makasama ka.
When I Met You is still the darling of everyone, especially the young people now. That song is like, what, 38 years old or something? When we were touring the United States then, and a lot of kids were showing up. I said, how come these kids know our music? And they said, well, long drives, the father rules the car. He plays the Apo cassettes or whatever, right? Yeah. And now, and when we've been performing lately, and we see all of these young people as young as 10. Watching our concerts, knowing our lyrics, and I go, wow, I think we're intergenerational.
Yes, you are. What are you most looking forward to? This time, you get to be in the audience having FASO, a 70-piece orchestra nonetheless, the biggest Filipino orchestra outside of the Philippines, to interpret your music.
I'm really curious about this because, our songs, we've been singing our songs for like so many years now.
The way we play it.
Do you think you'll be emotional? Will you cry?
Yeah.
Because what memories will it bring back?
The struggle, the early years, the hungry years,
Ako, part of it will be just being there and Danny not being with us.
That's one.
That's
Oo.
something that, parang, oh,
He
my
would have
God,
loved this.
I
I mean,
sana nandito siya. Yung ganun ba? Kasi, Faso, why were you a year late?
Faso, why were you a year late? They wanted to reserve you guys for their 15th anniversary.
No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding about that. But, that's something na,
it's not.
how,
It's bittersweet.
this is once in a lifetime.
Yes, yes. And also at the Walt Disney Concert Hall. But you guys are not stopping at 50 because now you're still making music, thinking of going back to the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just feel that, this is probably the most fun thing that we were doing in our lives. Probably the most meaningful too. Writing the soundtrack of your country. I mean, the citizens of your country. They can identify with that. Parang, what did I want to be when I was young? He said we wanted to be the way the Beatles were in England. And I think we did that.
You did, yes.
To think it all started like we just wanted to meet the girls.
Yeah, that was the
Really?
primary thing. We wanted to meet the girls.
Right. And you did that and more.
Yeah, we didn't know the girls, but that was the whole world.
How do you think would have Apo fared had social media been this during those times?
Maybe as big as BTS. I don't know.
You just have to learn the dance moves.
This is truly very, very exciting concert because it's the value of the music, of the Filipino classics, and the music of Apo Hiking Society.